So today I'm going to teach you how to do a flat ground mute grab, but I'm going to teach you how to early grab it so that you can use it on ramps or out of ramps. And it's fairly easy to learn, really fun to do, and really simple to learn. So let's stop sitting around and let's go learn it. The Flatground Mute Earlygrab is a very easy trick to learn and is perfect for beginners. Today I'm going to be focusing on learning the easier version of the trick, which doesn't involve boosting into the air. Some people like to call it a bunny hop or a mute bunny hop instead of a mute early grab, but that's getting into the pedantics of naming conventions. Today I just want to show you this easier version of the trick and we can start there. The more difficult version is very similar to a boneless in that you'd boost into the air with the board, but you'd grab with the front hand, not the back hand. I'll do a tutorial on the harder version of the trick, which is also known as a front-handed boneless, in the future, but today we're sticking to the basics. There isn't really all that much to explain for this trick, the hardest part about it being getting the timing right for your jump or the hop. When beginning to learn this trick, get comfortable with reaching down and grabbing the board with your front hand. If you're regular, this means grabbing the right hand side of the board with your left hand. If you're goofy, this means grabbing the left hand side of the board with your right hand. If you're having trouble balancing on the board when you reach down, start by learning the motion stationary and then, when you're comfortable, progress onto doing it while moving. In terms of where your feet should be, you want to keep your body centered with the board. It makes the trick way easier. So this means keeping your back foot on top of the back bolts and your front foot on top of the front bolts. Just do keep in mind that if you're a tall person, you'll probably need to move your front foot to the nose of the board and your back foot to the tail of the board to make sure you have enough room to reach down and grab the board. Once you're comfortable grabbing the board, begin by trying to pull the board towards your feet as you jump with the board. Now, I want you to jump as if it's a hippie jump, not as if you're doing an ollie or jumping off the board. What I mean by jumping like it's a hippie jump is that your hand should not leave the board and your feet should not leave the board either. Now, I know in a hippie jump you're jumping over an obstacle and your board is going under the obstacle, but it's the same motion. The only difference is you want to keep your feet on the board and your hand on the board so that the board hops with you when you jump. It can be a very awkward motion to get used to, and it can be difficult to time it at first, but with practice you'll figure out exactly what I mean. The key to doing this flat ground mute early grab is timing your jump with pulling the board towards your feet. This is what creates that kind of hopping motion that people talk about when they discuss the trick, or when they discuss bunny hop tricks in general. And that's all there really is to this trick. If you find it difficult to get the timing right for the hop, which is natural, it's a difficult thing to get right and it feels super awkward, just practice grabbing the board and crouching down in the hop position and then jumping straight up into a hippie jump. What this will do is it will teach you the motion that you'll need to compact into a hop rather than a jump. So if you learn how to grab the board and then spring into a hippie jump, it's the same motion, the only difference being you don't fully extend your legs and your hand holds the board to your feet. I hope this short little video helps you learn the motions of this trick, and I'll be moving on to creating a tutorial for the more complex version of this trick. But the easier version is useful to know for a whole bunch of things, such as early grabbing out of ramps and bowls when you get to it, or early grabbing down a stair set or off a ledge. In any case, if you need help, be sure to drop a comment and I'll take the time to reply and help you out as best I can. Just remember to have fun and skate safe out there.